Hey guys, it's Ad. So on December 5th, this Thursday, the new zombie map, Citadelle Des Morts, is releasing. I am so excited to play this map. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been seeing some awesome trailers about it. So let's explore this new map together and see what we can expect on Thursday. So the fortress looks amazing. I think the Call of Duty art team did a fantastic job designing this map. I definitely feel like I've been transported into a medieval time. It definitely reminds me of the castles that I saw in Europe this summer. And I'm excited to be transported into this era. This is the flooded Undercroft. It looks pretty spooky and unsettling. So this room has a lot. It has a workbench. I see Jug. I see a dragon head statue in the back. This looks like a storage room. The wall says it whispers in the dark. I wonder what's whispering to whom in the dark. Here's Maya being a boss and taking down zombies. It looks like we have a new zombie trap at this door. Pretty medieval, you know? Here we get to see the new Wonder Weapon swords in action. So this first sword looks like it has a dead wire ammo mod to it because it electrifies this horde of zombies and freezes them. So this cannon is really interesting because it looks like in the cinematic that they either have to open up a door with it or they have to aim it just perfectly at this fireplace. So maybe this is part of the Easter egg. So here is the Doppelgast. It kind of reminds me of the Mimic a little bit. I wonder if he's gonna have an arm that can suck you in and then toss you. He does have a little bit of a dash movement, so maybe he's more difficult to take down. Here we see the Tesla Storm Field upgrade. It connects other players and stuns the zombies. So here's something really interesting. It looks like they're standing on this symbol together. Maybe they're guarding it, or maybe they have to fill up the symbol with souls. Either way, it reminds me of other Easter eggs in Black Ops Zombies. And here we get to see some of the swords in action again. This first one is the fire sword. So I wonder if it has a napalm effect. Briefly, we see this yellow sword. And here we see the purple sword, which we saw earlier. This actually reminds me of Shadow Rift a little bit because it opens up an ether tear, and I'm assuming sucks in the zombies and kills them. Here we get a good image of the new Mimic 2.0. Pretty creepy and ugly. I like it. Let's take a deep dive into what we can expect by looking at the Call of Duty blog. So here are several photos of the fortress, and there's some history about it. So the castle was originally used by a crime family called the French Syndicate. Now it houses the Syndicate crew with Franco, who used to work with Project Janus. After what happened at Terminus, the crew and Peck went to ally with Gabriel Croft. They hope to learn more about the Centennial artifact, which could possibly free Samantha. So this is really exciting. We have some new crew members on board. We now have Peck, Ravenov, Strauss, and Raptor 1. So here we get a timeline of the castle again. The most important part shares information about the top secret relic. Some of it is redacted, so it's probably important to the main quest. But the redacted part says, the surviving members scrambled to hide the relics. A lone knight is carrying probably the sword. Once owned by Abdul, it is able to, and even capable of, using a ritual learned, are now able to do something. So the sword's probably used in a ritual and part of the main quest Easter egg. The ritual is probably what we saw earlier in the trailer where the characters are standing on that red symbol shooting zombies. So here are some photos of the town square. So in the center, I see a giant stone statue of a man holding a giant hammer. I wonder if the statue has any significance to the main quest Easter egg. Maybe the statue comes to life and it's the boss fight. That'd be pretty funny. And then on the bottom photos, we see the bell tower with a clock. Here are the photos of the tavern and cellar. Here I see the pool table, which as we all know is a mini Easter egg where you shoot the balls and they all go into the side pockets and then you get 100 points. So here are the photos of the courtyard. We can see the lion cannon. As we saw earlier in the trailer, the characters used this cannon either to open up a door or they used it to light up the fireplace. Either way, I do think this cannon has significance in the story, whether it be in the Easter egg or whether it be in creating the sword. So I'm curious to see on Thursday what we actually use this cannon for. So here are photos of the entrance hall. I see a lot of important things in this photo. I see Juggernog, I see graffiti, and most importantly, I see a stone dragon. I really hope these dragons are like the dragons in Black Ops 3 and Der Eisendrache, where you had to feed them souls in order to unlock the new wonder weapon. Here are photos of the dining hall. The top has been collapsed by an unexploded World War II bomb that is now protruding from the pile of rubble. I do feel like this place has special significance. It is guarded by at least 4 knights, and there is one chair or throne situated in the middle from the pile of rubble. So I'm curious to see the importance of this room specifically in the main storyline. So here are photos of the dungeon, which is the deepest level in the fortress. But since I see quick revive here, I'm thinking this is the spawn room. There are generators, a rudimentary communication system, and a bookkeeping desk to keep track of all the prisoners that were housed here. So since it said generators, I'm curious to see if we have to turn on the power, which I think might be kind of silly considering it's medieval time and there is no electricity. But I guess we'll see. Here is the undercroft, or the cellar. This crypt has gravestones, old paintings, statues, and a game of chess. So I wonder if this game of chess is like the chess game that we saw in Modern Warfare Zombies, in which you had to take down like 4 mini bosses and then it unlocked like a secret vault. Then the blog goes on to say, deeper in the dungeon lie secrets and discoveries. So I'm curious to see what we're going to discover this Thursday in this crypt. So here is our new special or elite zombie, the Doppelgast. Doppelgast means double horror. As you can see, he has double heads, tentacles, his insides are falling out of him. So yeah, he looks pretty scary. So he is the next stage of the Dark Aether's metamorphosis. His special ability is that his tentacles can melee you, and then he can shoot out sharp needles that can obviously damage you, but then also sends your player into hallucinations. So this is really cool. This reminds me of the Outlast Trials. I wonder if it'll be similar to that character's hallucinations. And then it says we need to find its weak points. So I wonder if it's just as simple as shooting his 2 heads like the amalgams. So here is our beloved ray gun. Doesn't it look a little bit different here? Like it's shooting out like a blue beam instead of like its usual red beam. So let's take a look at the new wonder weapon swords coming out. They have given this new wonder weapon the name Bastard Sword. There seems to be 4 different versions of the sword. So I'm assuming it's like in Der Eisendrache, where you had to do specific steps in order to upgrade the bows. So I'm really hopeful that with these swords, the steps to get the sword that you want is very detailed and kind of elusive, because I do feel like the Easter eggs need to be a bit more difficult in Black Ops 6. So yeah, I'm hoping that these swords are really good and helpful and useful, and they're not just something basic like, here's the sword, go put this ammo mod on it, you know? Because some of the swords remind me of the ammo mods that we currently have. There are other items around the map that we can use to take down zombies, like oil traps, the lion cannon, and manholes. The blog didn't really go into detail about what these manholes do, so I'll be interested to see. There will be loot crates still, where we can possibly get ether tools or pack-a-punch crystals. There will be new calling cards and dark op challenges. You can find intel like audio logs, documents, and artifacts. So we're getting a new perk. I know we've all been like eagerly hoping that we would get perks returning from previous Black Ops zombies. And I guess they have listened to us. Vulture Aid is pretty cool in that you can see things through the walls. Vulture Aid can give you a variety of loot like essence and ammo drops. So just like all the other perks, there will be major and minor augments. The major augments include zombies can emit a gas cloud, which kind of like shields you and protects you. You can emit your own gas cloud, which will charge your field upgrade faster. And the zombies have a chance of dropping ammo for wonder weapons. Minor upgrades include auto picking up loot, critical kills can drop some extra salvage, and zombies have a higher chance of dropping your current equipment. So like if you're running decoys, you will have a higher chance of getting decoys from the zombies that you kill. There is a new ammo mod coming to the arsenal. It's called Lightmend. So bullets with Lightmend on them can transform a zombie's health into a healing glyph that can travel to nearby players and heal them. So again, there are major and minor augments for this ammo mod. The major augments include a glyph that damages enemies. Lightman can activate on elite zombies, and it can also drop 3 or more healing glyphs, and you can consume a glyph and heal faster yourself. The minor augments include the glyph lasting longer than usual. The glyph can replenish more health, and you can increase the range in which the glyph will travel to injured players. We're also getting the Tesla Storm field upgrade. For 10 seconds, you can connect with other players and stun the zombies. There are major and minor augments for this field upgrade as well. This one was really good. It says, the field's damage is increased by the number of allies that are connected. The next one is you can stun and damage all nearby enemies, kind of like it sends out like a shockwave, and it can create a electric surge of like electricity around you. The minor upgrades include increase the range in which you can tether to nearby players, movement speed is increased, and increase in duration. We are getting 3 new Gobblegums. We're getting the Power Keg, which is a rare gum, and it spawns a full power power-up. We're going to get a timeout gum, which can clear all normal and special zombies, and then it will end the round. No more zombies will like spawn in. And the last gum is a whimsical, and it's called Holiday Cheer, and the zombies will be wearing like festive decorations. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what exactly they look like. And lastly, we are getting the hand cannon, which is a score streak you can buy at the crafting table. So it's basically a handgun with high bullet damage and penetration. So I'm really curious how good this is against like manglers and other elite bosses. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. I'll see you guys on Thursday for the new update. Bye!